It's been a long time coming. They ain't come for my cloth, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They ain't come for my cloth, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, who don't play, 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 play. Who don't play, 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 play. Who don't play, 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 play. Who don't play, play, play. Who don't? Long time coming, not gonna bite on my mouth from running. Cataracts under my eyes from hustling. Going from buying to selling to customers. Run up the business, God is my witness. Sun up to sun up from Monday to Sunday. We maxing the limits. My mind running like Tom Cruise on an action movie. Moving the mission, they say that I'm tripping. I've been told I need a vacation. I'm finessing a visit. First class, my feet up high in the air on business. Yeah.
On business, yeah, and person on business. What's happening, roomies? Welcome to TSR Live. I'm one of your hosts, Tone Capone. That's right, coming live from Chicago. What up to all the roomies worldwide? What's happening?
Hey, roomies, it's your other friend. Okay, it's Kiki. Big Kiki, not the little one. We are here virtual today, and it's a lot to cover, so I hope you're ready. I hope your wig glue is tight. I need you to get in them comments. We got a lot to discuss.
There it is. Everybody ain't got on wigs, though, Kiki. But I want to let y'all know. I'm your other host.
That old nasty lace front over there, Zach.
Come on, now, lift it. Okay. All right, now. But I'm Zach Boogman, your other host. And one thing about TSR Live, you never know who's going to pop up and join the party, man. So just lock in. Roomies, we need you commenting. Let's do it.
Yeah, that's right. Now, I know we're doing it virtually, but it's still the same energy. And in streaming news, big announcement this week. Lena Waithe confirms that the upcoming season of The Chi, which is season 8, will be the show's final season, y'all. What do you think about that?
I'm sad. We can't have nothing nice. Let me tell you something, Lena Waithe. You really changed Chicago with this show. We've been so proud to tell people that it's filmed here. It's our actors based in the show. And now you taking it away. Can you give us something else? If you ain't going to call it The Chi, do one for the Burbs.
I don't know about that.
To go.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's sad to see, right, Zach? You just see, I mean, we're so used to them now. Like a lot of these people, especially like Jacob Lattimore, I mean, they become Chicagoans, so to speak, just from being in the show.
Yeah, and also on top of that, just the fact that we interview them so much because, you know, they're here in Chicago, they've actually become friends. And, you know, to see the show go away, it hurts. But it's still the longest running drama, black drama. So they still have made accomplishment and made their mark in history. So huge shout out to Lena Waithe. Huge shout out to all the actors and actresses on The Chi, man. I can't wait to see what's next.
Yeah, absolutely. She turned a lot of people into stars, man. A lot of people into stars. Speaking of people turning people into stars, Tyler Perry has answered the fans' prayers with this return of Why Did I Get Married Again? Looks like we got our favorite people back together, except there's no Janet Jackson. But we got another diva in there, Taraji P. Henson. She's in.
Well, didn't Janet marry that rich man in the last one?
I forgot. I had to watch it again.
Yeah, I think she was flirting with a guy at the end. I don't know if they got married, but her husband died in one of the movies, and then she was like flirting with a new professor or something at her job. But I'm happy to see Taraji in the new one. I think that'll be a breath of fresh air. We love Janet, of course, but maybe her schedule wasn't fitting the program. So I'm excited that all the actors, I see them returning. I saw Jill Scott there and other actors that are in the movie. It looks like the cast is back together, and I know Taraji gonna fit right in. So I'm gonna be watching for sure.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely going to be. And it'll be good. The great thing about this, we won't have to wait long. Tyler Perry will have this done in a month, and we'll get it like by January.
A month? No, Tyler turned them movies around in 48 hours. he booked a lot for 48 hours, and he going to get it done. So I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the new stars that come. You know, I don't know. I saw a few pictures. What's my man name that used to play on the BMF? Terry on BMF.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think I saw him on the boat.
Okay.
On some of the pictures. So it would just be cool to see what his character is. I'm excited for it.
I mean, Tyler, if Jill Scott need a little sister or something, I'm available. Okay. But in some hip hop mogul news, we got to get into this. A surprising turn of events has happened. Nas' bid to build a casino in Queens, it has taken a step forward, and it happened just days after Jay-Z's Caesars Times Square bid was rejected in Manhattan. So, of course, the headlines ran with that. Queen Borough President Donovan Richards said there's a theme in Queens, and I know Nas is a part of it, which is Queens gets the money. President Donovan also didn't hesitate to have a little fun with it and said, sorry, Jay-Z, we win again. I just had to rub it in. That was so messy, President Donovan. The preliminary approval from State Siting Board says Nas and his partners are set to move on to the next stages to gain a casino license. So, fellas, what do you think about this? Because I love to see these black men getting this type of money.
Yeah, see, this is the thing, man. First of all, President, you bogus. Don't bring up the past. Those two of my all-time favorites. Leave that alone. But knowing these dudes, they both have interest in each other's casino. That's my thought. They're gonna run a play. I feel like Jay-Z's got maybe have a little bit of money on in Nas' situation. And if Nas went through, they was running a play for it. I think.
Okay, but here's the thing. This is the type of beef I want to have in life.
Right.
Where people are beefing with me, talking about, yeah, I got the casino and you ain't get the casino. Please, if I gotta get rich, I can't wait to have this type of beef. This is rich beef right here. I can't wait. Shout out to both of them. The fact that they're even having this conversation is amazing. The fact that somebody can say, oh, your casino got denied and mine got approved is absolutely beautiful in itself. Two black men from hip hop doing that. I gotta give them their congratulations on that.
Period. I'm too broke to understand. Okay, now speaking of Jay-Z, the MAGA movement is crashing out. They've been crashing out all week over the news that Bad Bunny is headlining the 2026 Super Bowl halftime show. It's happening in California, and the news continues to generate a mixture of conversation as people are realizing Bad Bunny sings exclusively in Spanish and advocates for Puerto Rico. So the Trump administration announced this week that ICE will be on site at the Super Bowl, saying that there is nowhere you can provide a safe haven to people who are in this country illegally. So, fellas, do you feel like Bad Bunny taking the Super Bowl wasn't an intentional decision by Roc Nation? And what message does it send? Because I'm here for it. I'm about to do my Duolingo and my little Spanish program so I could be ready to watch Bad Bunny. I'm here for it. What y'all think?
I'll jump in there. I think the people that are complaining about it, you are letting everyone know out loud that you are a racist. Just a flaming racist, raging racist. Because I went to Sueños and I didn't understand. That's a festival here for the roomies here in Chicago. It's all Latin music. It's totally Hispanic led. And I didn't know what the hell they were saying, but I know the energy when there was good, and I had a great time. And every time it was like something, I was like, "Hey, what would that mean?" And they was like, "Oh, this is what it." It was interesting and it was fun. And Bad Bunny being picked, of course, you're gonna pick a Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny's one of the biggest artists on the planet, and I don't know when our fellow Americans will get used to. Ain't nobody leaving here, fam. Ain't nobody. Well, you got to get used to living with all type of cultures. So it's a sad moment to hear people complaining about this.
The beautiful thing about America is that it's a melting pot of different cultures living together. Okay, Bad Bunny doing this is dope. And guess what? I'm not even gonna try to do a crash course of Spanish. I'm just gonna stand there and smile and do this, to every side. Hey, I'm gonna have a good time. Okay, I'm gonna really enjoy this. But I do want the Trump administration to kind of think about this. We're talking about the Super Bowl, okay? And I've seen the lowest ticket of what it costs to go to the Super Bowl, okay? If you think that people who can afford the ticket to go to the Super Bowl are illegals, it's something wrong with you. These people ain't illegal. These people got paper. They not illegal. They here, okay? They're very much here tax-paying citizens, and you should treat them as such. Like, I think that's really weak from the Trump administration on that.
And kudos to Roc Nation. Kudos to Hov for pulling this off at the perfect time when you look around and see what's going on with cultures in our country right now. I think it's super important to have somebody like Bad Bunny on the world's biggest stage. So kudos to Hov.
Man. Yeah. Shout out to Bad Bunny.
Yeah. What else we got, Zach? What else happening?
Well, you know, Kai Cenat, he just wrapped up his Mafia-thon 3. All right, 30 days, 24-hour live stream. Everybody was there. Got his hair cut by LeBron James. I'm talking about Kim Kardashian, Mariah Carey, Ray J, Lotto, Ice Spice, Keke Palmer. There's so many that hit the Mafia-thon 3, and it's just dope, man. What do y'all think about just Kai's impact on Hollywood? Like, this is dope.
I love it.
Yeah. I just gonna say, Kiki, Cassie is the new Arsenio Hall, 100%.
Okay.
He is Arsenio Hall 2.0. I mean, the biggest stars in culture, getting to come in, fun games, doing just tapped in with him. He's a new age Arsenio Hall, and he's not going anywhere.
Mm-mm.
No, and I love the way he's setting himself up and everyone along with him for success. So, you know, it's really, he's moving at his own terms. He's doing things his own way. And I like that he stands for something. So shout out to Cassie, because I think he has created a movement that people are really enjoying, and it's bringing a lot of joy to the industry when it's been such a dark space for so long. So,
yeah. And he's built it off being a good person, being nice. You know what I'm saying? His platform isn't built off beef. You don't see Casa not talking about who beefing with who or who don't like who, or, you know, trying to get a viral moment based off negativity. It's really just good energy and good fun. I say it all the time. We finally made the right person famous.
You know, I said Casa and Keith Lee.
Yes, man. Like, doing good in the world. You can go viral being positive. I love what Casa not stand for.
Yeah, and just for the creative part of it is that not only did he have 1 million subscribers at one point, especially when you got one of the greatest basketball players to ever do it, is LeBron James, and they hit 1 million viewers. So he got 1 million subscribers, but they had 1 million people watching that one stream at that one time. Wow. Some networks don't even have that.
No, networks have that all together, like 1 million views all together at one time. Is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow, shout out to him. All right, though, let's switch gears a little bit, family. On the eve of his sentencing, Diddy has penned a letter to the judge saying, "I'm sorry for the hurt that I caused." Now, joining us now to discuss tomorrow's sentencing is the criminal and civil rights attorney, Jason L. Keith. What's happening? Attorney Keith, what's happening, brother?
What's going on, man? I appreciate y'all for having me on the show today.
No, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Okay, let me jump right in. I'm gonna ask. We asking the thing that everybody wants to know. If Diddy was your client, how would you even prepare him for tomorrow? Would you tell him what would you tell him? Attorney Keith, did you hear me?
All right.
Attorney Keith, did you hear me?
I think he's frozen. He might have a little.
Now, say it again. I lost you for a second.
Oh, okay, cool. All right,
lost you for a second. Say it again. Can you hear me now?
No worries. I'm saying if Diddy was your client and you know tomorrow's the day he's going to get sentenced, what would you even be telling him to prepare him for something like this?
You hear me now?
Boy,
I don't think you would tell him nothing.
That government got a hold of the internet. Oh no. Attorney Keith, we can't hear you. You know what?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, somebody calling you. Keep your phone on D&D if people are calling you while you're on. Get it on D&D. It'll make it easier. But I'm saying Diddy's getting sentenced tomorrow. What would you tell him to prepare for this moment? Now, I don't know how many ways I can ask.
I think we need to call Attorney Keith.
Yeah. Put him on speaker.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
You got
Keith, how would you prepare, Diddy?
Tone, how would you prepare Diddy?
Just get on your knees and pray all night, brother.
Okay, you know what I tell him. Talk to the Lord and the lady, baby.
Talk to the Lord
and the lady.
And the lady, man.
Yeah.
That has to be an and then the thing of it is, I didn't even think that the prosecution was going to go that hard. They're asking for 11 years. Yeah. Now you heard It was a lot of internet lawyers basically saying, well, you got to round it up and round it down, and this is what can happen because of it. I don't care what anybody's saying. That's that man's life. This is what happens when you make bad decisions. Now you put your basically the next period of your life in another person's hands. The judge has to decide for you.
Yeah, this is a lot. This is wild, and it's it's crazy that we're finally here, though. You know what I'm saying? It's all about to be wrapped up tomorrow morning. And I know everybody has been doing, their hood. He gonna get 3, and then he only gonna have to do a year and a half. I don't want to hear none of that. If I'm Diddy, I don't want to hear none of that. Okay, I'm just gonna sit here and wait. And one thing that I heard, is that they're gonna allow him to actually wear street clothes. I mean, not street clothes, like shirt and tie. He doesn't have to wear like an orange jumpsuit at his sentencing. I don't know if that makes a difference. I would love to know the attorney's thoughts on that. But back to you, Tom, while we got Mr. Keith.
All right. Hi, Attorney Keith. Let's go ahead and jump right to it. What would you tell Diddy? He's getting ready to get sentenced tomorrow. How would you even prepare him?
I would tell Diddy to go in there and just let's stand on what he's done since the time that he's been sentenced, since the time he's been incarcerated. Diddy's been incarcerated now for about 12 months. And since then, Diddy has started giving advice to inmates. He started teaching classes. Diddy's also sober, and he's trying to be reformed, and he's actually said he's clean. And so Diddy is completely different. So I would ask Diddy to go in there with the mindset and expect that he's going to get what's fair given the nature of his sentence. He's only being sentenced for violating the Mann Act, which is a prostitution statute.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, people ask it 11 years for buying a look. You know what I mean? I'm just okay.
And that's some of the arguments. I mean, there are people that do that every day that aren't prosecuted. There's some people that, you can say do that every weekend and it's not an issue, but to offer and to ask on behalf of the government for an excess of 11 years for a prostitution violation where everybody consented and arguably Diddy didn't even participate, he just watched, is why there's so much confusion and so much chaos about the recommendation from the U.S. government.
Yeah.
Now, okay. I think you are a part of it if you're telling people what to do.
Well, they say Diddy coordinated. They said he used his power, his influence, and he had his staff fly people in. And I mean, arguably, it could be argued that he never acted. He just observed. And so the lawyer in me says watching is a lot less culpable than actually participating in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this, attorney. There were letters sent to the judge, obviously preparing for tomorrow. Whose letters do you think hold more weight? The letters on Diddy's behalf or the letters from the prosecution? And I want to know, do you think the prosecution did a sloppy job with this case altogether?
I would definitely say the letters from the prosecution side, because I think at the end of the day, Diddy's character is in such a bad shape at this point in time that everybody wants to know a reason why they should not give him the maximum amount of time that he should receive. People don't want to believe that Diddy's reformed. People believe that Diddy is putting on a show and that Diddy is just showing this new behavior for purposes of trying to get leniency from the court. I do believe the prosecution did a horrible job in this case. And it's obvious because they're trying to overcompensate now by asking for 11 years for prostitution. I mean, let's be real here. And I understand that Diddy's character has been slighted, but he has been in custody now for 12 months. He talked about being and eating and living and doing everything and showering all in one room. And to go from the lifestyle of Diddy to that lifestyle, I do believe that there is a grand awakening that he probably is experiencing. But I do believe now, understanding the nature, the only thing that they have before them is the Mann Act, that is the only thing that he should be sentenced for. And looking at that time, his team is asking for about 14 months. The government's asking for about 11 years. I would expect Diddy to be somewhere in the middle, about 3 to 4 years.
Zach made that prediction earlier this week. Okay.
Yeah, I did. If I wasn't doing this, Attorney Keith, I'd probably be in a shirt and tie with you
Yeah, he got his law degree from Walgreens.
It's true.
Attorney Keith, don't
Yeah.
listen to him.
But I do want to ask you this, Attorney Keith. The judge denied Diddy's request for a retrial and his request to drop the two convicted charges. What does that say to you? Like,
That doesn't say anything. That's standard. I mean, as an attorney, I would make that same argument as well. There's not enough evidence, as we just talked about, that Diddy even participated in these prostitution events. He flew in these male workers to have sex with Cassie and other people in his camp. Diddy apparently got off just by watching it. So it can be argued that Diddy was pretty much watching pornography. And so I think that understanding the way things have played out, I think that it's going to be very difficult for anybody to argue for Diddy to get a substantial amount of time. I think that really at the end of the day, this case really comes down to how much time is reasonable for a person that's been charged and convicted of prostitution.
okay,
All right, there's a couple. There's a couple things. Do you look at this, him not being able to make bail, no retrials? Do you look at that and him having to sit in jail for what looks like about 12 months? Do you look at that as the punishment, basically? Hey, we put you in for a year, like you said. He's living a lot differently. Is that something that could play in his favor? Because maybe he'll walk after his day. Because really, you get people that are convicted. You tell me if I'm right or wrong. That are convicted on prostitution multiple times, and they don't have to do the amount of time that Diddy is facing. What do you think about that, Attorney Keith?
So just so I can understand your question is, are you saying that the amount of time he served in jail already, should that be adequate punishment for his crime?
Yes, sir.
My personal opinion, I would say yes. I would say that, look, it's hard to convince me as a criminal defense attorney for a person such as Diddy that has no prior history, has never been in trouble before, that did engage in some very concerning and very bad conduct, but also sat through a jury trial. And the jury spoke, and they found him not guilty of the more serious charges that the government were attempted to get him prosecuted for. Now they're left with the most lenient charges that they took out on him, which were the prostitution charges, which were violating the Mann Act. I think, given the circumstances, 12 months in jail, the circumstances of Diddy being in prison, being away. He talked about how his mom is sick, how he's away from his kids, how this is the first time he's ever had to experience something like this. He's had drug problems. He's trying to show reform. He started a free game course where he teaches inmates how to do entrepreneurial stuff, and he's showing kindness, and Diddy's trying to be different. I do believe that Diddy has changed. Do I believe that he should only get 12 to 14 months? I think it's really going to come down to really how his defense teams leverages their argument, and really exactly how much of a point does the judge want to prove by making sure they make an example out of Diddy. I think they're going to try to make an example out of Diddy.
Kiki, you.
Well, we know it's important, Attorney Keith, for the Diddy's family to be in the courtroom to support him in this time. But do you think it's also important on the prosecution side to be represented on Friday?
I would say so, and I think it's only for purposes of the court trying to get it right. I think at the end of the day, we all want them to get it right, because this Diddy case is so monumental for us, because the reality of it is each and every one of us could do something very similar. And what is the appropriate sentence? What is the appropriate punishment? Because, like I said before, we're talking about prostitution. We're talking about paying in transactional events that take place with expectations on the back end of that, and the financial implications as a result of that. So I think that both sides having representation, Cassie being in court, because there's so many people wanting to know exactly how the government and how the judge is going to rule in this case, and exactly what does it look like moving forward from here on out. Is the federal government gonna prosecute, individuals flying girls in from New York to Miami to spend the night and have a good time? Is that something the government's going to do? I think that there's a lot of questions that have to be asked. And then the last question is, what is the appropriate amount of time? Isn't that something that risk, not necessarily. I think Diddy's 55 years old.
Your
He's
audio
65 when he put this out. You know that.
Yeah, we're losing you on the audio side, Attorney Keith. Okay. Yeah, we lose you on the audio side. If you want to reset real quick, because I think this last question is pretty important. Can you touch your mic? Maybe say something or come out.
Yeah, it sounded like the audio was going in and out.
Come back in. I want him to come back, come out, come back in.
Yeah, come back in, because I think this last question that you have, Zagat, I think that's going to be a good one.
And shout out to the Funky Bunch. They in here ready for Funky Dineva. He is coming up next. So shout out to the Funky Bunch joining the chat. Drop your questions for Funky in there while we get ready. Our last question with the attorney.
Yes. The Funky Bunch. That's his fan. Okay. All right.
Yeah, yes.
They said, Funky Bunch, we ready. We're here for Funky. They are ready.
Yes.
Oh, Funky got his crew in here. It's about to get wild in here then. All right, let's go.
Buck wow.
Let's check on the attorney. If not, we might need to bring him back at the end for our last question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just from what he said so far, it's kind of interesting. You know, I did predict that it was gonna be 3 to 4 based in the, in the middle.
He gave you the credit already.
I'm just repeating it, Tone. And but we don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know what's gonna happen. We will see tomorrow.
We will see, and then we'll be talking about it right back here on the Shade Room. So, roomies, we'll have to discuss as a family after what happens tomorrow. But I think we should get it popping with our next guest. You ready?
Yep. Before we jump to it, though, the Shade Room's Justin Carter and Saran will be bringing you up to the minute coverage from Diddy sentencing. So make sure you keep it locked to TSR. We got you.
Yes.
Well, our next guest is in, so let's go ahead and bring him in for these next few TSR debates. Roomies, welcome culture shaper, spilling the tea slayer, Funky Dineva. What's happening?
What's going on, y'all? Thanks for having me. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Hey, Funky.
Good. Hey. You know, y'all know I mess with y'all the long way because I ended my show early to come over here and play with y'all. I normally run from 8 to 9, but I was like, I gotta come over here and play with my peeps over at the Shade Room. So thank you guys so much for having me.
Oh man, thank you for joining me.
Indeed.
All right. Let me ask you this question. We're gonna kick this out. You know how your family member, they'll give you some advice, right? They're gonna everybody go to their family, tell their favorite aunt, their favorite cousin, they talk to them. Do you think that family advice is the same as going to get professional therapy?
I think family advice more times than not is the worst goddamn advice you can ever get, especially depending on what type of family you come from. So no, we in 2025 we playing with professionals these days.
I know that's right.
Absolutely.
That's right. Now, Funky, you just came in on the end of that Diddy conversation. What are your thoughts about Diddy being sentenced tomorrow? What do you think he'll face?
It's so funny that I walked in on that because I actually just did a survey on my show when I was asking everybody how much time did they think Diddy was going to get, because the prosecution is trying to give him 11 years. I don't know. I think 3.5 feels like the sweet spot for me. Like I feel like the 3.5 is plus time served is probably what he's going to end up getting, but we'll have to wait and see. I mean, I think that's fair for the charge. You know what I'm saying? For the buying some cooch in exchange for bags and trips. You know, I mean,
3 years is crazy. That's crazy. That's getting everybody jammed up that fly people out. And then also, it's legal in a state. It's legal in Nevada.
Tone, you telling on yourself. So you don't Tone, you telling on yourself. It's feeling real personal over there. It's feeling real personal.
Yeah, Tone, not you. We don't need you catching a freako. Okay, we got.
No, I'm not gonna catch a freako. I ain't gonna pay for nothing.
A freako is hilarious.
Wait, but listen, just so we clear, and Tone, maybe you can help me out. In the event that we want to fly somebody out in exchange for a little nookie, how does this work? Do they have to pay for it first and then we reimburse them? on the back end? Like, how do we do this in order to make it legal?
Now, hold on, Funky. I would never fly anybody out to have sex with me. No,
Oh,
that's not
okay.
it. You are flying, you are coming to see me. We are
Okay.
coming to see each other and spend time together.
Okay.
If we both two consenting adults decide to have sex within our time together, there it is.
So that's how you have to code it on the invoice when you turn it into the accounting department.
Yeah.
Got
You
it.
say, girl, let me fly you out and take you to dinner.
Gotcha. It was a business meeting.
Yes.
Got
Yes.
it.
After dinner,
Yes,
we decided
yes.
to. There it is. I want to jump into this TSR great debate, y'all. Recently, Kev on stage brought up the hamper rule, and I want y'all to check this out.
Okay, if you throw a hoodie on top of the hamper, but it don't go under no clothes, is it dirty for real if you just need to run out real quick? But like, I know if you put a hoodie in there, then you put some drawers on top, it cancels out. But if you just had like jeans and the hoodie on top and the jeans wasn't that crazy, that ain't that crazy. What's the rules for the hamper? Is it as soon as it touches the hamper, it's done, musty for just a quick run out? Got to grab some chips from the store or celery or whatever you got to grab.
So I want to ask y'all, how often do you wear an item before you consider it dirty?
First of all, if it go in the hamper, it's dirty. If it go in the hamper, it's dirty. You can't pull nothing out the hamper. Don't try to iron it. Don't try to Febreze it. Don't try to throw it in the dryer. Your ass stank. You stale. You smell very stale. You smell like an addict. Do not try to pull nothing out the hamper. So that's an absolute no. And especially the bigger, babe, we can't rerun nothing. Everything got to be fresh. So
I'm kind of with Kiki. At the point in which you put it in the hamper, you probably already decided that it was dirty because you put it in the hamper. Jeans, I'll wear jeans until I see some food stains on them. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll throw them away. If it's one of my nicer shirts, one of my designer shirts, I sniff under the arm. If under the arm part of the shirt stained, then it's time to wash it. If not, I hang that bad boy back up and be done with it. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I will reach down in the hamper and pull out some cotton shorts real quick to like go get my DoorDash from the door, or if I gotta run to the corner store real quick, I ain't finna mess up no new clean clothes when I can just pull them shorts out of there real quick and put them on. So, you know, it's rules and levels to what you can do in the hamper.
right.
It definitely is. Nothing you gonna have musty balls in. You can't do it, and you just like I'm a sweater, so I know when I sweat, it's over. It's in a hand. I don't want to see it no more. But if it's been a cool day, a chill day, I ain't got to worry about nothing. We good.
I have a different. I think it's based off the fabric. You know what I'm saying? Shirts, anything cotton, like shirts, t-shirts, drawers, sweats. Those are one-time wears. You need to do something with that, okay? Especially if you've been having it over 4 hours, okay? You need to, cause we all have dead skin just sitting around. You know what I'm saying? Your ass stank a little bit. Now, I will say this: jeans is where I have an exception. I say 2-3. You can get 2-3 wears out your jeans, okay? Because just because they didn't touch the hamper and you hung them up, they still standing straight up in that in that closet. And it also depends on where you went, okay? You can't leave a smoke session. I don't care if you was in there for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You can't fry fish in jeans, then think you're going to hang them back up. I don't care if you only wore them once. That fish smell in there. So
I'm gonna give you a little pushback on the sweatsuits though, because you know your good clothes, you don't like washing them all the time because they start to fade or whatever the case may be. And you know, I don't know if you're like a boxer and then a basketball short, then a sweatpants kind of guy. If you got a certain layers of protection, you know what I'm saying, you can get several wears out of some sweatpants. That's my personal opinion.
I'm gonna go with you.
What you saying?
No, I just think that sweatpants to me absorb smells more than the jeans would, you know. And I just feel like I just put on some sweats maybe 2 hours ago to do this show. I could throw them back on, but I wouldn't wear them out into life. Does that
But
make sense? Like,
Zach, if you smelling like that in between your legs and in your butt, you got a bigger problem than washing clothes, brother.
no, bro.
You got
I really just got a phobia. Like, if I'm not putting else, once I wash my ass,
you got trichomonas or something, brother. Something going.
I can't, man. Let me tell you something. Once I wash my ass, I need new clothes on. I don't like to feel dirty.
I hear you.
Hey, man, let's go. Let's keep it moving.
But Zach, when I was in college, they do call that BV. I'm just saying.
Baby, now we need an antibiotic. All right, let's move
Funky.
on.
Now, Funky, they call you your name Funky. And you talk about me.
Oh God.
What we got, man? Let's talk about these influences, man.
Let's get into this debate. Okay. Now, how often we did that? Now, Young Thug recently appeared on the Pivot podcast, Funky, and he said he feels like less of a man if his girl at the time was Mariah The Scientist goes to therapy. He said he'll listen to his parents and family, but it's a slap in the face if Mariah goes to therapy instead of listening to him. Now, in my opinion, it ain't nobody that I know more that need to talk to the Lord and the lady than Young Thug and Mariah. So I think they're in order. But what you think about his comments?
I think his comments are a reflection of his intellect. And what I mean by that is, Young Thug, no shade to the brother, but you've already, based on your current legal situation, demonstrated the fact that your thinking don't necessarily be where it need to be. So I really don't even think you're qualified to tell this girl whether she should or should not be going to therapy, because your way of thinking landed you in the situation that you were in. So you're already flawed in the intellect department. That girl most definitely needs therapy, and he does too.
I mean, what's the thoughts around it in Atlanta as far as them as a couple and Young Thug? Because a lot of people, when those things came out, the phone calls, all of the different stuff that had been going on with Young Thug, what's the thoughts in the A right now about Thug?
Tone, I'm 42, so I don't know. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. If it ain't about Anita Baker, Shaka Khan, and Patti LaBelle, when it comes to the little music and them little kids, I let them little kids have their thing. I really could not tell you what the general consensus is in the A when it comes to those two. I couldn't tell you.
I'll tell you what my people in the A said. I had a couple people in the A hit me. They said Thug did his time wrong.
Elaborate.
They were saying he did his time wrong. Like, he wasn't getting better in there. He wasn't working out. He wasn't doing push-ups. He ain't joined no religion, nothing. He came out, same dude. And they was like,
he was on the phone the whole time.
Yeah. They were saying he did his time wrong.
He did gain weight. So, I mean, that's a good thing. You know, I'm thinking he detoxed from the drugs and was eating. That's where my brain's going.
Okay. Well,
now we got something about the influencers, Zach. The influencers have been getting those doctorate degrees.
Oh yeah, the influencers, they've been getting a lot of influencers and celebrities, Funky, have been getting more and more doctorate degrees, well, honorary doctorate degrees. And you've had a lot to say on this matter. I want to know your thoughts on this growing trend.
I think that this growing trend needs to die ASAP. I think that this, as somebody who's gone to college 3 times, I think that this is a complete insult to education. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on nobody, right? But it's like, number one, it's even a slap to honorary degrees. Like, for people out there who don't know, Maya Angelou has an honorary doctorate degree. We call her Dr. Maya Angelou, but she has an honorary doctorate. But you can look at Maya Angelou's entire body of work, and you can confidently say, yes, ma'am, she is a subject matter expert in what it is that she does. These 2-bit half-accredited institutions running out and getting any and everybody that they can find to give a piece of paper, it completely devalues education, and it makes a mockery of the honorary degree process, because there are certain people that are worthy of honorary degrees, but the folks, and I mean, let's look at this picture, and I mean no disrespect, I got to run into these people, but what has Tawanda Braxton or Young Jock have done to get an honorary doctorate? And I would be curious to know, like, what subject or major is on the doctorate, or like, and the thing that gets me the most, the minute they get this honorary degree, the first thing they do is run to Instagram and change their profile to Dr. So and so and so and so. I wish I would be somewhere in public and call one of those mofos doctor.
Yeah.
So Funky, let's go ahead and play a game because you feel strongly about this.
I do.
Let's get to this. Honorary degree. Let's talk about a few people. Snoop Dogg.
We want to know if you think they deserve it or not.
Snoop is like he need 2 more credits to qualify for it. Like Snoop, you know, when you look at Snoop, especially the pivot that he's made from gangster rap to being a household popular name amongst black and white culture alike. Yeah, I mean, you can look at Snoop and say 2 more credit hours, he will qualify for a doctorate, in my opinion.
Okay, all right. What about Ava DuVernay?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right. Why you say that? Just a quick. Why you think?
Number one, she's a culture shaper. Number 2, you know, her whole body of work and what she does is one big, you know, research-based situation. In order for her to be as good of a director as she is, she's an expert at what it is. So yeah, she gets the fast track. Like, if Ava DuVernay right now said, I'm touring the city, I'm touring the country, I'm doing conferences on how to be a movie director, and I'm charging $25,000, I would take her class, because I would feel like I'm going to walk away from her knowing something that's going to strengthen me in that area. What Tawanda Braxton and Young Jock finna teach me? What is Trick Daddy and Trina? What is Trick Daddy and Trina?
You ever know how to do the dance?
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
I get you. But let's keep the game rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump, the president.
Unpopular opinion. Yes. You know, politics aside, how we feel about them aside, bankruptcies aside, if you're talking honorary doctorate in the area of real estate, absolutely. Like we don't have to like them, but we can't take away the legacy and the knowledge that the man possessed in real estate development. So absolutely.
No, okay. All right. That's interesting take. All right, let's go ahead and keep it moving. Keke Palmer.
Not yet. Too early, too young, not yet. She still got a lot more life, a lot more work. You know, she's done a lot, and we love Keke. It's coming, just not yet.
Okay, fair. What about J. Hud, Jennifer Hudson?
No.
Not at all, not yet.
The way Jennifer Hudson read on that show, we might need to start with honorary GED first before we start talking about honorary PhD.
Funky.
I'm just.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm just saying.
She's the EGOT. What? Not even of the arts.
The whole talk show.
I forgot about the EGOT.
Yeah. What about like the doctorate of the arts?
Okay. Fine.
Damn.
All right. Let's see. John Legend.
Another EGOT.
Fine. Fine.
Y'all giving them to everybody.
All right. I'm like, since y'all just handing them out.
Y'all handing them out.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Sure.
All right. Let's get to this. Will be interesting. Now, this one got to be. This got to be a yes. Kandi Burruss.
Absolutely. Business and marketing. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Business, marketing, and the music business. Absolutely. Undeniably.
There it is.
Okay. All right, Funky. Now,
I don't think you
the
should.
Housewives, and this is where I discovered Funky Dineva a long time ago, baby, when you was reading down every episode of the Real Housewives. And so I got to get your thoughts on this. The new season that is coming, there's been rumors of new additions to the show. We saw Robin Dixon give her opinion about K. Michelle maybe joining the cast. What do you think about that?
It definitely shocked the hell out of me when I first saw it, and it made me say, how does this fit? But I see what they're trying to do. Like, that show is 15 years in at this point. The ensemble black woman show formula, in my opinion, it's already run its course. It's stale as hell. And so they're trying to figure out a way to kind of breathe new life into this thing. Listen, K. Michelle is interesting. K. Michelle does not hold back. K. Michelle is popular. We know who she is. From a K. Michelle using the platform as a marketing tool, I think it was super smart for her people to put her in that position because she's about to do this transition into country music. And I think that, Kandi Burruss once told me out of her own mouth that, this show is one big commercial, that you cannot pay for the level of advertising that you get being on a show like this. So I think it's a smart position for Kay. And I think even the simple fact that we're having this debate about should she be on it, should we not be on it, that is enough to make people tune in because we are going to watch. I'm just curious to know who she's going to bond with, who she's going to curse out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be some of that in there. And I mean, and she's got the basic criteria here in Atlanta, which is the wig, the red bottoms, and the bag. So she got the three things you need because a lot of the ass be broke, but she got the wig, the red bottoms, and the bags. So I think she'll be cool. I think it'll be interesting. And on top of this, a lot of times I think we even forget that K. Michelle is married because her husband is not in the limelight and her relationship's not in the limelight. And I think that there's going to be a lot for us to learn about her in reference to her home life, her son, her family, and all of that. So I'm not going to lie. In the beginning, when they said it, I had a knee-jerk reaction, and I was like, one of these things is not like the other, and I don't know how it fits in. But I will say I'm interested.
I am too. I'm gonna be glued to that TV, baby. Wherever K. Michelle go, I watch. Now, I was also obviously glued to your show when everything went down with you and Tamar Braxton. Have you guys made up yet, Funky?
No, we have not. No, we have not. And it's I hate that happened. I really did.
It was so weird. The whole thing.
I hate that the whole thing happened. Because I think that I understand Tamar in a lot of ways that a lot of other people don't or didn't. And I just hate that it happened. I'm not carrying no ill will. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not going to sit up here and pretend like I'm sitting somewhere mourning the loss of the relationship because I'm not. But if the universe sees for us to, find our way back to each other, I'd definitely be open to it. But no, we haven't at this point.
Okay. Buggy, I'm not trying to pry, but I mean, speaking about it, you can hear your voice change. It seems like is this something that you would say to her at this moment?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Yeah, she pissed you off. Let's go ahead and switch gears to get back to the Housewives. There's a friend of mine named Phaedra that I used to, we're still pretty cool. She joined the show. What did you think about her return to Real Housewives of Atlanta?
We love Phaedra. Phaedra introduced a different type of Black woman to reality TV. Like before Phaedra, it was always the you know, I'm married to an athlete, I'm married to an entertainer, or I'm an entertainer myself. There was never true representation for the smart, educated Black woman that's degreed and knows how to navigate corporate and political and legal spaces. And not to mention, you know, Phaedra's one-liners and her quips are unmatched. I think Phaedra is excellent reality TV. I think her going over to Married to Medicine wasn't necessarily the best look for her. I don't think she did over there what people thought she would do, but her coming back to her original platform, I think it was much anticipated. And I think that we all are looking forward to Phaedra. What I would have loved to have seen, and it'll probably never happen because at this point, these ladies have been on these shows for so long that they actually know how to produce themselves and kind of make it whatever they want it to be. And it's not always necessarily real life or whatever. But I think what's missing from reality TV is actually authentic real life issues and real life conflict. It would have been television gold for Phaedra and Candy to have been forced to have been in the same space and to see how they would have navigated that whole situation and to put that pressure on the whole friend group, you know what I'm saying, make them have to navigate that fallout. I think that would have been great television, but it could have also possibly been too painful for Candy or too stressful. But I think that would have been amazing TV if they never booted Phaedra and that they both were willing to record the show together still. I think that would have been really good.
Oh, yeah. And Funky, do you think Nene needs to return?
We like Nene. We want Nene. The only thing that I question is that they have now cast that show so young. I just don't know where a 50-something-year-old woman fits in with the Kellys and the Portias and the Shamias and I would love to see Nene back on the screen, but you would have to bring back, you know, some women of her age. Honestly and truthfully, I always thought that they should have brought, and I know a lot of the Black women take exception when I say this, Kim and Nene was the dynamic duo.
Yes,
or whatever. And I would have loved to see a world where they brought Kim, and with all them damn money problems that she's having over there, I'm just not understanding why they didn't reach down in the dirty clothes hamper and pull her out and put her back on the doggone show. But
not the hamper. But you're right. You are right. That chemistry is unmatched, and it was television gold.
Yeah,
and we haven't seen anything like it since.
No, not at all. So if they bring, or a matter of fact, you know what? If they don't fit in that space, maybe put, you know, Kim and Nene's road trip, the way Oprah and Gail did their road trip some years ago. You know, throw Kim, Nene, you know, throw Cynthia in there, maybe throw messy ass Kenya in there. I definitely think there's a way you can repurpose and recycle those ladies and make good TV.
The aunties.
Yeah, the aunties. Yeah.
It's good. It is producing.
There it is. We love it. Now, Funky, I want you to stick around for this next TSR headline we got. We want to talk about racial microaggressions. All right. So there was a white teacher in Florida that's under fire after she sang a monkey birthday song to a Black student. Look at this.
Would you like the funny song now that I sing to you? Okay, it goes like this. Happy birthday to you. You live in the zoo. You look like a monkey. And you smell like one, two. Woo! Give a clap, everybody. Happy birthday, legend.
Look, even the other Black little boy in the back was looking like, what she just said?
Right.
That is disgusting. It's so many levels. But Funky, I'll let you jump in there.
So, you know, we just discussed this on my show, and I said this on my show. I reiterate it here. There's a quote that I recently came across that said, don't attribute to malice what you can attribute to incompetence. You know what I'm saying? And I do not believe that the lady woke up, put her clothes on, brushed her hair, and came to work and said, I am going to cause trauma to a Black child. I don't feel like that was the intent, especially when people have revealed to me that that is apparently a song that sang in Madagascar. And then there was somebody in my chat that said, I'm from the Caribbean and we sung that song all the time. And there was a lot of people in my chat saying that it is a real song. With that being said, however, I also don't believe that there is a white person alive in 2025 that is not aware that there are just certain things that you should not call or refer to Black people about. You know, we already, I mean, just as, remember we had that the H&M campaign when they had the Black boy in the shirt with the monkey on it. I think that the teacher just probably lacked an awareness, and it was just an ignorance on her part. But then again, you know, in this racial climate that we're in and all this crazy stuff that's going on, you know, you look like a monkey and you smell like one. Like those are some strong words. And Tone, to be honest, I don't know what to feel. I want to give her the benefit of the doubt. I really do want to give it to her, but it's like you kind of should have known better as well, being an educator. So
Only question I have because I saw that was a clip of it. I saw a little bit more of the video. The whole class saying happy birthday to the student first, right? And then she asked the question. She said, "You want to do the funny song?" And then sang it. If you looked at the other students, there was a Black student in there and there were other white students. I just want to know is if only way I would give her a pass is if you do that with every single student when it's their birthday. You know what I'm saying? Do you sing the full song, the happy birthday song, and then do the funny song? I am aware of that song. My dad used to sing that song. So it's not, she didn't make that up herself. But I do want to know, do you do that to everybody? Does everybody sing it? Now, if you do it to everybody, do you think it would be weird to be like, I ain't gonna say it to the Black student? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know,
it's not weird. It's not weird. I'm with you, Funky, and I'm sure that all the people in the chat. I just don't believe a white person in 2025, especially a white adult educator, doesn't know that monkey is a derogatory term. We had people talking when we had President Barack Obama in, people would make memes and stuff using a monkey. That is a term that racist white people use to play with Black people in their face. And the way she hid it was behind that song. I feel like, especially in the time that we're living in now, a lot of people's racist thoughts and behaviors are all coming to the front, and they feel, and this is what it is. It may have always been there, but in the climate that we're in right now, everyone's comfortable. So they're just saying it. And she's wanting to play with somebody in public. That's why she's videotaping. That's her videotaping herself. Because I believe in my mind that she's videotaping that moment to go back and show her friends. Because
I can see that. I can see that. I was just
making a lot.
I just know when you're dealing. The boy was turning 6. I just know when you're dealing with kids and you do something for one, you got to do it for all. You know, or that person feels slighted. Because
don't do that for my kid.
I understand that. I totally understand what y'all saying. I'm just saying, from a child standpoint, if everybody sings the fun song and then on my birthday I don't get to do it, I don't know. Maybe you don't say much. I don't know. I think it's wrong from the context we saw it. But I would love to know.
Maybe you change the animal. You know, you look like a shark and you smell like one too. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
To say you look like a monkey, I mean that's a very strong declaration.
I get it.
Yeah, that's really what I'm saying. I'm like, it's no way. And racist people and people that know how to talk in code, and especially she's a teacher, she knows how to speak well and can be sneaky in her words, and that's why she was taping herself, because she was having fun playing with that young man. Look at what I did. That is my thought.
I would love to know how the video came out, though.
She posted it and was going to hide behind the fact that it's a real song. It's a way. It's a like I don't want to say it's a double entendre, but it's a way for her to hide behind it, so she can say, no, that's a song for everybody. We always do that. It's playing in our face. I just
I
can't
don't
believe.
know. I need to.
You gotta be
I need
wiser
to know
than that
more.
at this point. You gotta be wiser than that. You gotta use common sense. That was not funny, nor was it cute. And then you posted it, you shared it. What was your real intention? Even if it wasn't ill intention to it, you need to be held accountable so that you know better for next time. We love to give people the benefit of the doubt. Ain't nobody giving us the benefit of nothing. So I absolutely don't think it's cute. I don't think it's funny. Don't sing that to my child, or we're gonna have a big bad problem. So
I hear you, Kiki. I hear you.
Well, Funky, before we let you out of here, man, go say something to us. You're a funky bunch that completely filled up.
They were mad that I left early. But listen, for all the roomies, those you guys who don't know who I am, I'm Funky Dineva. I do a show every Monday through Thursday at 8 p.m. over on my YouTube channel. So y'all come check me out either live or on the replay. And I'm all things social media, Funky Dineva.
Funky Dineva, man, we appreciate you so much. We got to bring you on back. Got to bring you back.
Thanks for joining us.
This was fun. This was fun.
Thanks a lot for joining us.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
All right, now.
Love me some funky. Now, fellas, we got to get into this story. It actually leads into our next story. Checking in from Thailand, we have Rumi's Miss International Queen, Midori Monet. Welcome to the show.
Hello, everyone. Hi. Greetings from Thailand.
Thank you so much for joining us. Now, first of all, congratulations to you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Or as we say in Thailand, kapun ka.
Oh, okay. Okay, teach us something now. But I got to ask you, why did you decide to run for Miss International Queen?
So Miss International Queen, for those that don't know, is the world's largest and most prestigious all-trans pageant. It has started since 2004, and it's a beautiful place to share your voice of trans equality, world rights for LGBT communities. And obviously one of my biggest inspirations to joining this pageant is the icon Giselle Barbie Royale. She's the first Black woman to ever win the title. And I'm now the second, right in my mother's footsteps. So it's so lovely to just be here. I'm the third ever winner from USA. And to me, I think this pageant is more than just an opportunity to be pretty. The whole theme of the pageant was beyond beauty, open possibilities. And to me, that means this is a platform to tell the world that trans people are human people. We're just real people like anyone else. And I think that is something that the world needs right now more than anything.
Absolutely. Now, Midori, your winning moment has gone completely viral because instead of embracing you, the contestants embraced the runner-up, Miss Cuba Olivia Lauren. How do you even feel about this moment?
You know, honestly, it's so crazy because in that moment, I was in my own world. When I tell you guys I was on cloud 9, like all I could think about was that all my hard work was just paying off. And everything that I've like dreamed of for so long is like finally coming true. So to me, I didn't even notice it like at all. It wasn't until after the fact, watching the video, seeing it go viral, I'm like, oh, okay, that happened. But it was more so a thing of, I think it's a great act of celebration in general. At the end of the day, there's only one crown and there's only one winner. A crown is just a crown. But this is a moment for 23 contestants from all across the world to come together for the purpose of trans equality.
I want to ask you, what was the energy like during the competition and the practices? Like, did you feel like people were slighting you beforehand?
No. So the thing is, the pageant is super long. It's actually 2 whole weeks in Thailand. I got here in Thailand on the 2nd. The pageant started on the 6th, and we went all the way from the 6th of September until the 20th. So we spent days together. We were all practically like roommates. It was like one big cohort. So every day there's different activities. MIQ had us flying all over Thailand, from Pattaya to Bangkok to Chiang Mai. There was a lot of traveling. And for the most part, we were all like one big group. But, you know, within big groups, you're going to have those that you click with. You're going to have those that you connect with more than most. But altogether, the vibe was lovely.
Mm-hmm.
So do you and Miss Cuba have an issue with one another? Or, like, did you guys speak after that?
Not that I know of. So a little history. Me and Miss Cuba actually competed in Miss International Queen USA. So if you don't know, Miss International Queen is kind of like Miss Universe. So there's a USA, there is a Mexico, there is a Spain, there's all the other countries. I'm USA, but when the title of USA, there was a pageant called Miss International Queen USA. And in that pageant, me and Olivia were actually first and first runner-up again, where I won USA and she was my first runner-up there. So I think it's more of a thing of like history repeated itself. And I can only imagine it's just like a human moment of expression for her.
I mean, a lot of people are really saying, you know, they're calling out racism, they're calling out bullying. I mean, so your take on it is just pretty much is a human moment, right?
I mean, I think it's the best way I can describe it, for sure.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm looking at the video and I don't like it. Like, I don't know. I wasn't there.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it looks it's bothering me because why your back towards me? I'm the winner. Like, I don't like it, you know. But if it ain't bothering you, I don't know why it's making me madder than it's making you. But I don't like it.
That's real, honestly. And I have seen the comments, and I think what really shocked me the most was seeing the Black community just surround me with so much love and support. And, you know, I saw a lot of comments of like, this is not something that is new. I think a lot of Black women in general have felt a feeling of achieving a great accomplishment and then it's not being looked at because of something else, you know? And I think that's a universal experience. I don't think me being transgender adds any different level of nuance to it. I think it's just still the same. But in reality, to me, that moment didn't affect me. I didn't realize that moment was happening. Even in the video, you can see my attention was just on that camera. I was just so in my own world. And then when I turned around, it was Miss Malaysia, Miss Cleo Ambrose. She touched my arm and I was like, oh, my sister's here. And I hugged her. And realistically, I didn't notice because by the time I saw the other girls were coming to me, like in this video, that's all I saw. So I never saw the grouping up behind me. But even after the fact, I think that it's great that someone has a team of support. You know, Miss Cuba represents the Latin community. So majority of the girls in that video are like all of the Latin women that competed in this competition. So I feel like they felt the spirit of unity and they felt the need to celebrate their own. And I thought that was great for them. I'm glad that they had that opportunity.
Now, let's talk about you getting to work after getting your well-deserved crown. Do you have any dates or official events happening in the US?
So I'm getting ready to start my US tour. I'm going to be back soon. I'm going to be back in the next week in October. But for right now, we were just kicking off the longest press launch here in Thailand. There was media press tours back to back to back every single day for the last week and a half after me winning. I actually just closed an interview with Vogue Thailand yesterday, which was super amazing. Never would have thought that that's where I would be a couple years ago. So I'm
congratulations.
Thank you. And if anyone in USA would love to come see the Queen, just let me know. My information is in my bio on Instagram, where you can reach out for bookings. If there's a speaking engagement, if there is anything in entertainment, just let the Queen know.
Okay.
All right. Well, Queen, thank you so much. Congratulations. Congratulations on winning. Thanks a lot for joining us. I know at the time difference got to be crazy over there right now.
Oh, it's 8:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm actually in tomorrow. You guys are, I think it's Friday. It's like already Saturday here.
You done left us behind like them other queens, child.
With grace.
Yes.
Yes, thank you so much, The Shade Room, for having me. This was such an honor.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Enjoy your crown.
Thank you. Ciao.
Yes, a true queen. I love it. Now, fellas, we got to get into this because this week on TSR Investigates, Justin Carter attempts to get to the bottom of singer Tyrese's dog problems in Atlanta. Take a look at this.
His dogs were apparently too fast.
If anybody shows up, I want you to bite their ankles off, okay?
Too furious. Police say singer-actor Tyrese Gibson is on the run. They say his cane Corsos escaped his mansion in Atlanta and killed his neighbor's 5-year-old spaniel.
We're going to continue to come after him. Supposedly he's in Dubai.
The video that led to the warrant for his arrest and what Tyrese sent to the Shade Room when we started asking questions. I'm Justin Carter, and this is TSR Investigates.
Man.
Hey.
He's on the case. He is on the case, getting us the answers per usual. So make sure you check out that episode on the Shade Room's YouTube channel. Okay. Now, fellas, we've been a lot of places tonight, and you know we will be back next week, Roomies, too, with more Shade Room headlines, debates, and trending topics.
Yes, and make sure you like and subscribe to the Shade Room's YouTube channel so you never miss exclusive Shade Room news and interviews. Got to stay locked in.
Absolutely. Until next week, Roomies, remember, represent the culture with excellence. Woo woo.
Woo woo.
It's been a long time coming. They ain't cut for my cloth, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They ain't cut for my cloth, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, who don't play?